Lake Nasser, one of the world's largest artificial lakes, named after a former president. Lake Nasser is in Nubia. That was marked on Brunel's map that he bought in Stanford's in 1858. The company still operates from London and Bristol. The lake is 510 kilometers long, and 100 kilometers of which are in Sudan. Between 1958 and 1970, the second dam at Aswan, the high dam, created a reservoir for the 100 million Egyptians. And it has to have limited use to keep it clean. So any boats have to be limited in number, constantly inspected, making sure there's no pollution nor oil spillage. The lake is between 5 and 35 kilometers wide. Say the River Nile was a kilometer, a mile wide. This is like a sea. In certain places the land is a far distant way. Now this river is formed by the White Nile in Uganda, but chiefly the waters from the Blue Nile in Ethiopia, where they've also built their dam, which did initially cause concern for Egypt, thinking that they'd have lower water levels. There's no settlements along the shore here because of the fluctuation levels of the lake. It's known for its silence and tranquility, barring the exception of crocodiles snapping at the fish near the shore. Few folk come here because the temples are fewer and a lot smaller. But I'm aboard the Prince Abbas, a Nile steamer. It doesn't have the full complement of 130 passengers. Instead, we're about 15 in number, which is the same sort of numbers you saw on the film The Death on the River Nile. And the cabins on the decks look very similar to the ship used in the Nile film. And there is a firearm on board the ship, just like there was on the film Death on the Nile, but it's in the possession of an armed guard in the shape of a submachine gun. Currently, I'm pleased to say that all passengers are well and accounted for. And what you're seeing now is the shoreline near the fabled monuments of Abu Simbel. And we'll finish the video with a pan to the left, just to include some of the passengers on the sun deck of the Prince Abbas. And the next video will be made at the fabled ruins of Abu Simbel.